Hey y'all, tonight for dinner I'm making eggplant parmesan calzone, and if you haven't guessed it already, I'm going to be making it in my favorite type of dough, which is plantain dough, which I'm going to make, and I have a video on it in one of my previous posts, so if you want to learn how to make it, just go on there and check that out, okay? So I got a little bit of oregano over here, some red pepper. I love red peppers in any kind of Italian dish. And I got my homemade marinara sauce, some cheese I'm going to put on it. But first I'm going to start by slicing the eggplant, putting it on a sheet pan with olive oil. I'm going to put it in the oven at 350, about 15 minutes on each side so it can cook well through. And sometimes I like a little bit of brown on it, so sometimes I go a little longer, but that's the first step. This is what they look like after they come out, after 15 minutes on each side. If you want them a little bit crisper, because some people like them nice and crisp, just make them smaller. See, I've made a combination of the two. They come out crispier, almost like chips. You can actually make eggplant chips out of these and just take them as a snack, which is a great idea. Nice and easy, very healthy, and all it takes is olive oil and maybe a little sprinkle of salt. But these thicker pieces are nice and soft. They're cooked through, so those are going to be great for the calzone. And I can't wait to show you guys the finished product. But in the meantime, I am going to be sauteing my red peppers just a little bit in grass-fed butter. Gives it an unbelievably delicious flavor. And then I'm going to put it all together with sauce and cheese and the oregano, and also a little bit of garlic and cilantro, a little bit of drizzle of olive oil on the inside. And right now I am making my plantain dough. Okay, so now my plantain dough is done, and if any of you are ever wondering in my videos why the dough looks like this little discoloration, that is just the middle of the plantain, sort of like called like the vein of the plantain, and that's why it has that color. If you cut up a plantain, you'll see it right in there. But it doesn't taste any different, it's just part of the plantain. So right here, what I did was I put the eggplant, I put my peppers, I put a little bit of the oregano, and this right here, in place of ricotta, I use goat cheese. I am a little bit obsessed with goat cheese. I love it. I use it in place of cream cheese and also ricotta, and I just love the flavor. But if you rather use some organic ricotta, go for it. I'm going to also put now, I'm going to do a couple of layers. Now I'm also going to put my homemade marinara sauce on here, just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of my garlic, cilantro, and olive oil concoction that I always have here in this little bowl. Mash up a little garlic with cilantro. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I love, and I love olive oil. So I am going to spread it a little bit on there. And lastly, what I'm going to do is put some delicious cheese. You can put any kind of cheese that you want. I have some grass-fed cheddar, absolutely delicious. And you know what? Do a little sprinkle if you want of. I like to put a little salt, sometimes a little pepper. And I'm going to do my next layer. I went ahead and I rolled it right up. That's all I did. And I am going to go ahead and put this big, gigantic calzone, which looks like a huge egg roll, in the oven. I did lower the temperature to 275 just because it's already nice and brown and crispy. So I just want to get the inside, the cheese melty inside, and then I'll pop it back out and I'll cut it, and you'll see the inside, how it's just amazing. I probably left it in the oven about 15 minutes just to get nice and melty. You can leave it in a little longer. And I cut them up into little pieces, and see my calzone. And I dish myself a little piece, and with the leftover marinara sauce, I put some leftover red peppers in the marinara sauce that I made. And a little bit of extra cheese on the top. I can't wait to bite into that. Look at the eggplant, oregano. You can see the red pepper and the cheese oozing out of it. It is so absolutely delicious. And just to let you know a quick tip on my plantain dough, I only made 2 of them this time just because I wanted the dough to be extra thin and extra crispy. You can do 3 if you want it thick and doughy. That's just going to take you a little longer to make. With the 2 plantains, I did not have to flip the dough. It was done in a half an hour on 350, and I just filled it in with all the goods. Okay, well, enjoy and have a great day. Till next time.